You're now watching Haunt Talk with your host Scott from Exploring Attractions and Rob from the Howling Hour, home for all things scary and spooky related.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Haunt Talk, the re-debut of Haunt Talk. That is, my name is Scott from Exploring Attractions.
And I am Rob from the Howling Hour.
And that's right, we are back with Haunt Talk, and we may have noticed, if you are used to watching on YouTube, we have changed this to an audio-only podcast. And the sole reason why we did that is so we can get episodes out to you quicker and more frequently and more consistently. Wouldn't you say, Rob?
Yeah. I love the audio, and I'm sure a lot of people love, the video, but we want to get more of these out. So audio is the best way for us to be able to jump on events and stories and get them out to you as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's really simple to edit too. Editing video podcasts is just a whole another beast. And I try to make it work, but just between everything that we got going on and work everything to bring you guys this podcast to life and continue to interview guests and everything too, the easiest way is to do it audio. So that's kind of what we're doing. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button with those bell notifications on. And if you're listening on Spotify, please click that follow button because we really do appreciate it. But today we are talking about, there's a whole bunch of haunt news, but there's like more haunt news coming out, Rob, at a very special convention. Today we're talking all about Midsummer Scream, a kind of survival guide, kind of like a preparation of what Midsummer is all about this year. And, but some people may be wondering what exactly Midsummer Scream is.
Well, for those of you who do not know what Midsummer Scream is, it's the world's largest Halloween convention, and it's in Long Beach. And this year, it's actually taking place from August 7th through the 9th. It's a 3-day event. Draws roughly about like 50,000 attendees across there. I think there's around like 300 plus exhibitors and vendors that they sell different kind of props and masks and just different art and haunt merchandise and collectibles, alongside just different panels throughout the day, throughout the 3 days.
3 days, yeah.
Presentations. They got live events, workshops. It's really anything you can ask for in the haunt world, they're going to do it there. This convention, it kicks off. It's kind of the unofficial kickoff of the haunt season here in Southern California. It's where they, all the big haunts show up, and that's where they kind of make their big announcements.
Absolutely. And, you talk about panels and presentations. There are some big players this year, as they are every single year. Like you talked about, there's big announcements. Like, that is a known. Midsummer Scream is like the Comic-Con of the haunt world. Yes. And that's essentially what it is. So for those of you guys who may have not heard of Midsummer Scream and you're just getting into haunt, or you've been in haunt for a while and you didn't even know that this was a thing, Midsummer Scream is the place to be. And for those first timers or just people who have gone and want some new tips and stuff, then we're here for that. And there's also haunted houses too. Completely forgot about that, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
For sure. Yes. Very exciting. Very exciting. It's a very exciting time at this point for us haunt fans.
Yeah. And I think too, it's like, if you've always wondered what ticket is best for you, so it's structured for 3 days. Friday is kind of like their preview day, and this is from August 7th through 9th. So Friday, they're running from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then Saturdays, 11 a.m., Sundays, 11 a.m., except the only difference is Sunday, it closes at 6 p.m. Now, there's a little caveat to that, if you will, because if you have the VIP Gold Pass, you get priority entry and early entry on Saturday and Sunday, which honestly is pretty cool, wouldn't you say? I think it's worth it.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I think it's worth it. Just for the fact is you do get in that hour early, and just depending on what your priorities are, you get to start it an hour before everyone else, whether you want to hit the Hall of Shadows or you want to get in line to meet a certain celebrity, or even just walk the showroom floor and, buy merchandise. You get a jump on it before the floodgates open and the crowd comes in.
Right. And that's the thing too, is they used to not have the preview hour, like the gold bat pass. You used to not have access to Hall of Shadows, the haunted houses, until the regular public. But now, as soon as you go in, the hour before, it's open already, which I think is really cool. Now, the downside of that is the Gold Bat Pass is sold out already. So the weekend pass is sold out, or yeah, the whole weekend pass is sold out. Regular general admission
Yes.
and the VIP Gold Bat Pass is sold out. Now there's still tickets available for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that is really important to jump on that because those tickets will sell out. So if you want to go to this event, you need to make sure you get those tickets quickly, especially Saturday. I think Saturday always sells out.
Oh yeah, that's like the first day to go, just because there's so much to do on Saturday. Saturday during the day all the way up till the nighttime. They got, it's I don't know how they pack so much stuff into one day, but they do it.
Right. Yeah, and then it looks like I don't know if they've had this before. I'm sure they have, but it's a party pass. So this party pass is $26. This is admission to the after party that they have on Saturday, Midsummer Scream
Yes.
After Dark. Now that's from 8 p.m. to midnight. It's a big party in their big main kind of ballroom. You don't get access to
Right.
the show floor of the haunted houses, but if you just wanted to be in the Midsummer Scream presence and tickets have already sold out and you're like, oh man, I wish I could still go somewhat, then that they have that $26 option, which I think is pretty cool, especially if you just want a night out.
Yeah, and they have at least from my memory, I think the past 2 years they've sold that separately. So
Hmm.
again, for like you're kind of saying, like maybe you couldn't get a weekend pass or the VIP, and you want to go a night, that's something where, for I think it's like what 4 hours, where it's literally a party. They sell beverages and you go there and dance. They have costume parties, so if you want to dress up, and I'm pretty sure they do like a costume contest where
Yeah,
I
I
don't know how
think
much
so.
you
Yeah.
win, but that is one of the things they do there. So it is fun. I've gone every year that I've gone to Midsummer Scream. I've always attended the after hours party, and it is so much fun. It's a blast.
Right. And if you do have those VIP Gold Bat passes, you're in luck because you do get priority entry to the panels and to the Hall of Shadows attractions. You don't get priority access to like celebrities and autograph sessions and stuff like that, but you do get priority entry into those Hall of Shadows attractions, which could get very, very long this year. And I feel like we should kind of segue into some of the experiences that you can experience in the Hall of Shadows because it's pretty interesting this year, to be honest. The lineup that they have of Hall of Shadows haunted houses, if you will. Um,
Yes.
and one of our good friends, his company is actually doing the kind of main entryway to the Hall of Shadows.
Very, yeah, very, very cool. And I think this year, it's the every year the Hollow Shadows has a kind of themed entryway, and this year it's Descent into Darkness, if I'm not mistaken. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see what they do. We've seen, I think one year, I believe, I was it Fear Farm did it, and it was kind of farmy. We've seen like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of theme.
Yeah.
So every year they kind of um, let a team kind of take reins, and that's not even the actual haunt itself. That's just like to get into the Hall of Shadows.
It
So
really
I'm
builds
always
up like
excited what they
your
do there.
anticipation, I feel, before you
Yeah,
even
yeah,
go
for
into the
sure.
houses. But yeah, that's done by Eulogy Collective. So they are creating the entry portal. They are a year-round experience, which we have talked about many times on the show,
Yes.
and we've also interviewed the creator of Eulogy Collective. So very excited for that. Like Rob said, it's themed Descent into Darkness this year. And yeah, this is just essentially a fun, dark place where there's some characters roaming around, and there's different mini haunted houses. And when we say mini haunted houses, you may be thinking, oh, like home haunts and whatnot. And well, yes, there are plenty of home haunters there. It doesn't matter because they put on a show. I mean, some of these
Yes.
home haunts are so freaking impressive.
I mean, just obviously you had mentioned Eulogy, and Eulogy is I think they've stepped out of the realm of home haunt into professional haunt. But
Hmm.
again, they started off there as a home haunt. Even Dread Society, they're a home haunt. That's really, they just do next level stuff. It's a really good kind of mix between your home haunters who again, it's very difficult for me to just say, oh, this is a home haunt, because people kind of get a certain idea in their head.
Right.
These haunters, these builders, they do phenomenal work. And if you've never been through the Hall of Shadows and gone through their haunted houses, you will be surprised. I promise you. Everyone there does such a great job. Even if they just have like a display, like the display looks good, something's interactive, and it's a really good time. And I love going through there because it's always good to support the local and even not local haunts around the area.
Yeah, I think Fear Farm's Arizona, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. This year they do have some big. Well, they've had some big players, to be honest, in this kind of Hollow Shadow experience. They have had Lionsgate for 3 years now. Lionsgate
Yes.
Entertainment. They have done the Gears of Fear haunted house, and I
Yes.
believe that they did release the details. Do you remember what's a part of Lionsgate's house this year?
I don't remember what they put up this year. I didn't get a chance to read everything
Okay.
on it.
Yeah, I think that they may have announced it, but in years past, it has been. I think they did The Strangers. They did Saw in it. They
Yes.
did. There's another one that they put in there as well. I just can't think of what it was. But yeah, Saw and Strangers were for sure in there. And that was really freaking cool, to be honest. But something that is new this year and something that we've never seen this company take part in at all in the Hall of Shadows. We've seen them on the main show floor, which is Universal. Universal Horror Unleashed is doing
Yes.
a special photo opportunity with the characters. So they will be in the Hall of Shadows. And I think that's pretty freaking cool, to be honest.
Oh yeah, and it just shows I mean, it shows two things. We've seen them on the showroom floor, but them being in the Hall of Shadows is kind of it's another level, cuz especially they're going to have like a photo op kind of thing going there.
Hmm.
And it's really cool to see. For one, it's cool to see them moving into the Hall of Shadows, and then two, it's just cool to see Midsummer Scream getting these kind of bigger properties coming down and feeling like we need a presence at Midsummer Scream. It started with Lionsgate, and we've seen what they did their past few years with their facades. It's just like you walk in and you're like this is crazy. And so I think it's really it nothing bad I can say about Horrors Unleashed being in the Hall of Shadows and offering a photo opportunity, because we've never seen it before, and it's always good to see new things.
Right, right. And I did just pull up the name of the this or the Lionsgate house. It is called the Roots of Evil this year.
Ooh.
So that is very exciting. Very exciting to look forward to that as far as what will be featured inside of Lionsgate. And yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, definitely check out the Hall of Shadows. It's like I said, you do, if you have the Gold Bat VIP, you do get access to front of the line priority entry, which
Yes.
is very helpful for you to see a
Yes.
lot of
And
the houses.
and then what I was gonna say, and then too, also, I mean, we've been talking about the haunted houses in Hall of Shadows.
Yeah, there's
There's
even more in
also
there.
other things going on there.
Yeah, no, I love the entertainment in there. And
Yes.
one form of entertainment is the sliding show done by the Decayed Brigade. They're awesome.
Yes, they are. 100%.
Yeah, and the one thing cool that I always like about them too is they do the sliding and everything, but it's a different show each hour. It's a different theme.
Yes.
They're playing different music. They're playing or showing different neon lights. I think it's really cool like that.
Well, then it also gives a come back and watch factor, where it's like it's not the same show where it's like, oh, I've seen this show, I don't need to see it again. It's, oh no, this show is going to be different from the next show, and that show is going to be different from the previous two shows. So it's always, you got that where they keep it fresh, and that's good on them for not just being like, hey, we're gonna do one show, maybe even two shows, and like we'll call it a day. They are constantly keeping it fresh, and the stunts they do, ah man, it hurts hurts my body, and they just do some really cool things. It's very awesome to watch them.
Right. And I think, too, worth noting, something that I thought about right now is the fact that if you want to go and experience every single haunt in the Hall of Shadows and see the show and everything, and you don't have a Gold Bat VIP, go there first. Like, I think 100% going there first is the best bet because the lines do
Yeah.
get long. So I think that you should go there first. And if you have Gold Bat VIP, don't go there first. To be honest, I would explore the exhibit floor first because the reasoning for that is when everybody goes in, everyone kind of rushes to the Hall of Shadows. That's why I said for
Yes.
general admission, you're going to want to get there first because it's been long all day. So you're going to also want to rush in first. Everyone also meaning the Gold Bats. So the Gold Bat line is just as long as some of the regular
Yes.
lines.
Yes.
Once Gold Bat dips out and they've already did everything in there, well, then you can go in there and enjoy practically no line for some of the haunted houses. That would be my biggest thing that I have noticed over the year doing Gold Bat.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's one of those things where you kind of, if you've never been before, you just kind of plan your attack of what you want to do, and you bring up just great points. Is that if you're just if you're going in with a general admission ticket, hit in the Hall of Shadows is something that you want to do. You hit that first. Just because that's going to take, it's going to eat up a good amount of your day, and but at the very least there's air conditioning in there, so you'll be cool, you'll be out of this heat.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And yeah, like I said, seeing the show floor is very important because more than ever, the past couple years, the booths have gotten really, really big. You have
Yes.
like the Queen Mary has a booth now. You have Paramount has a booth there. You have a Universal Horror and just a regular Universal HHN booth, which is really
Right.
cool. They have really gotten big with like photo opportunities on the floor. And on top of that, there are so many great vendors and so many great different like you were talking about earlier, props, art, all that stuff that you can
Yeah.
buy from independent artists. And a world of creativity is kind of getting pushed out of the way. I think it's very important that you support your local artists, and it's really, really cool the talent some people have on that floor.
Completely agree. Yes, and then too, it's just we're always supporters of local artists and obviously haunt in general. So it's support the community. I would say just
For
find
sure.
something you like and support the community.
Yeah, and on top of that too, like it is such a pain to walk through that show floor if it's super crowded. That's
Oh
why I'm
yeah,
saying go the opposite of the crowd. I think that's the best way to do it, to be honest.
for sure.
And then also they have a stage in the back corner, which does various random shows throughout the day. But a lot of people go to the Midsummer Scream because they want to hear about the big haunt news. And there are panels and presentations every single year themed to different haunts and themed to different like haunting subjects. So whether it's sliding, whether it's women in horror, whether it's anything, But for the ones that everybody lines up for, which are obviously the big theme park panels, you have Knott's Scary Farm, Six Flags Fright Fest, Halloween Horror Nights, and 13th Floor Entertainment Group, and more. Those are going to get very long, wouldn't you say?
Yes, well, there's always. I mean, that's a guarantee when you're at Midsummer Scream, is that those panels have a long, long line. So if you want to, and I would say specifically the HHN panel, if you want to get in there, you need to be there early and just buckle down because those lines are long.
Yeah, I would say like minimum, like you can't get there like before an hour before the panel. Does that make sense?
Oh
Like it
yeah,
has to
no,
be at least. And the crappy thing, not crappy, but I understand it because fire marshal wise, they've started to push the general line for HHN outside. So
yeah,
please bring waters. Or get waters inside the convention because if you're standing outside, you're gonna want something to hydrate you, waiting for the panel. And
right,
one tip I'll also, and that's specifically for the Hornets panel, that by far, since that's kind of the main event of the whole weekend, that is on Sunday night, that by far has the most people in it. For sure. There's people standing, there's people sitting on the sides of the walls. Like, you want to get there early. But
yes,
one thing I was going to say is don't also don't rush to the front unless you are so keen on getting like a front row seat. It's, in my opinion, it's not as huge of a deal because we're not at we're not at like a Comic-Con where there's always celebrities and actors on panels. So that's the idea. People want to be close. They want to be close to the actors and the celebrities. Now there are some panels that feature some celebrities, like I think they did an Elvira one year. But
Yeah.
for me, like I really like sitting in the back and getting, I still get to see on the screens. I still get to see everything going on, and I get to escape early.
No, I
Like that's good for
completely
me.
completely agree with you. I mean, we've I think the past few years I've adapted the I don't need to be in the front and I'm just going to hang out in the back
Yeah.
area and I it's for me it's less stress trying to get to the front, cuz you're kind of, nudging elbows with people and where are you going to sit? Where are you going to sit? But I just like to plot myself in the back row and just relax.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that, like we said, a lot of these big haunts announce a lot of stuff. Horror Nights will for sure have an announcement, some form or fashion. Murdy always does it every single year. Not Scary Farm, they don't really have an announcement. They have more like teases because they kind of reveal everything at Nightmares Revealed.
Yeah.
Fright Fest, I feel like they do announce certain things. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah. Every year that they've done it, they've at least now announced one thing. I feel like even if we knew it was coming, they announced something special or something unique about it. I don't remember 100% for sure, but I feel like when they first brought Trick or Treat, that was like announced there.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think you're correct. They announced a whole bunch of stuff that year for Extreme, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it was like they Trick or Treat. I wasn't sure if they had the Conjuring. I'm not sure if they had the Conjuring already, but
Hmm.
and I think Saw. There was like those three that were announced. I think at Midsummer Scream.
Yeah, so definitely those big production companies definitely announce quite a bit of stuff. I would say for the big players like that, you want to get there at least an hour to an hour and a half early. With something like
Yeah,
HHN, you're pushing it like 2 hours to 2.5 hours early. Is what my best recommendation would be. Unless you want to get front row, then you're looking at more 3 hours. So
yeah. The only thing I would say, I mean, I know people they want to see Murdy up close and all that stuff. And the only thing I would say, for at least for me, is maybe working your way towards the front. Is I know they have in past years where Murdy's done like that trivia where he gives away, he'll ask a question and he gives away, like I think it's like a behind the scenes tour, and some tickets to go with that. Maybe that would be a reason to like get towards the front so you possibly could get your hand seen to answer that question. But for the
right,
most
yeah,
part,
that's
I
true.
think everywhere you sit, you're gonna get a good view of the monitors and the stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with that, we had mentioned celebrities, and we will talk about celebrities right now because there are a bunch of celebrities signings at Midsummer Scream. You have names like Matthew Lillard, you have Lee Waddell. I think Bill Mosley's back again. Bob Gurr's back again. So
Mhm.
definitely plan accordingly because I don't think those lines get too long necessarily, but it could take out a chunkier day for sure.
Well, I think this year, just because you mentioned Matthew Lillard,
Hmm.
I a lot of the Scream cast, because it is its 30th year
Yep, 30th
anniversary.
anniversary of Scream.
Yeah, so a lot of the Scream cast is going to be there. So, and more specifically, if you were, looking at those celebrities, you might want to plan a little accordingly, just because that's going to be kind of a draw. Not only being like a lot of the cast is there, but it's an anniversary year for the movie, so you're gonna have a lot of people who you want to meet that cast. So
Yeah.
definitely plan well for that.
Yeah, so as far as like the actual Scream cast signing, I have the list right here. It's Spencer Charnas, Leah Waddell, Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, Marco Beltrami, David Arquette, Joseph Whipp, Roger L. Jackson, and Jamie Kennedy. Those will all be a part of the 30th anniversary Scream signing. And yeah,
Nice. That's
so,
yeah. See, Dude, man, that makes me feel old. Scream came out 30
30
years
years,
ago, man.
man.
That's crazy. But yeah, see right there, that cast is, I mean, that's a banger lineup. And I know more specifically like Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich, like they're very they make their rounds in the community. So and everyone that I've talked to that has met them said they're really cool people, very friendly. They're really interactive with guests and fans that come up to them and that pay for these meetings. So I mean that's cool to hear.
Yeah, no, and I just looked at the like one of the official exhibitor accounts, and it says 350 plus. So we were guessing 300. It's saying 350 plus on the
Oh
massive
wow.
show floor. So it's gonna be a very very good day. And download the Midsummer Scream app because the Midsummer Scream app is the way to go. You can put together a whole itinerary. You can look at the schedule for the panels and everything, so you can
Yeah.
plan that. And yeah, you can see the list of Hall of Shadows attractions because sometimes the Hall of Shadows attractions will all go on lunch. The little haunt area will be dark, so you don't actually know there's a haunt there because it's all dark. So definitely check the app. It's very useful. It's very
Oh
good.
yeah, well yeah,
I
for
like
sure.
it a lot.
For that weekend, that app is a lifesaver because it's gonna let you know. You're gonna get the map, you're gonna get times of panels, and celebrities you can meet and all that good stuff. So definitely, yeah, like you were saying, download the app. It will help you out a bunch that weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And parking wise, parking that's all over. I would say Spot Hero is definitely my hero. I love Spot Hero. This isn't sponsored, but I do love Spot Hero. It makes it easy and affordable too for me to find parking for big events like this. Any
Nice.
recommendations from you for parking?
No, I just try to get there as early as possible so I can park at the Long Beach Convention Center. And because I mean it's different. It is 100% different for us as opposed to your regular guest who's going to go in. There's a lot of parking around there, but sometimes you'll have to park a couple blocks away and walk to the convention center. I personally like to get there early so I can park at the convention center, especially like Saturday, because I will probably be there from, by the time I get there, it starts at, 10, 11
Mm-hmm.
till midnight, 11 a.m. I'll be there for a full 12-hour day, as a lot of us are. And I just like to have my car there in case I need to go run and grab some water, or just kind of like sit down for a minute. That's not in the convention area. So, but that's for me. I know I've parked a few blocks away, and what they do have too is I find very convenient. Even if I had to park, a good distance away, I would say maybe 3-4 blocks at one of the parking structures. They have scooters and stuff you could rent that'll get you to the convention center a little quicker. I remember me and a few of my friends just driving around on those things, going from restaurants to back to the convention center. So there's options there that are available for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I'm really excited for Midsummer Scream 2026 running August 7th through 9th. I think it's going to be another phenomenal year, and I just can't
Yes.
wait. I can't wait to sit in all the panels. I can't wait to go through all the different Hall of Shadows attractions and just see everybody, see all the cosplayers, because the cosplayers and the characters and the costumes are always such a cool thing every single year as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm just like, this is, like I said earlier, this is kind of like the kickoff to Halloween season, because once Midsummer Scream rolls around, I think what, like in a week or 2 weeks,
Uh huh.
uh horror night starts, and then it's all downhill from there. But I am very excited to see the cosplayers. I love doing photography with them, and taking pictures and kind of getting videos. And it's just for me, I love the Hall of Shadows. I love the panels, but I have a passion for photography, and I love just being able to work with all these different cosplayers who put so much work into their outfits, and they just look amazing. All of them, they always kill it every year, and I don't know how they survive in those masks and costumes, walking around, for hours. But we are grateful for you guys entertaining us as well. That's kind of like a little cherry on top of the event. Is you have all these mazes and panels and things you can buy and celebrities, and then here come the cosplayers who look amazing, movie
Absolutely.
quality. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, let us know your thoughts if you're watching on YouTube or listening on YouTube, I should say, what you guys are most excited for Midsummer Scream this year. And as always, check out our social media at Haunt Talk, where you can find new news about episodes coming out very, very soon. And check out Rob from the Howling Hour and myself, Scott from Exploring Attractions. But yeah, that has been the re-debut of Haunt Talk. I'm very excited for the future, and I'm very excited to start cranking out these episodes, and even gives us the opportunity to be on site more and in person more, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd film a podcast this year at Midsummer Scream, but you guys kind of like get my gist here. Hey everyone, my name is Scott from Exploring Attractions,
And I am Rob from the Howling Hour.
and you have been listening to the Haunt Talk podcast. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.
Oh.